Hi guys, welcome to another video from Little to Simple. There was a time when Nokia was not just a phone company, it was the phone company. Back in the 1990s and early 2000s, Nokia ruled the mobile industry, setting trends and leading technological innovation. But then, Nokia did what few saw coming. It lost its throne and fell dramatically. Years later, it re-emerged with new strategies, but it was a journey that was neither simple nor without missteps. This is the story of Nokia's rise, fall, and rise again, shaped by the visions, strategies, and sometimes the mistakes of the people behind the brand. Nokia's journey didn't actually begin with mobile phones. Established in 1865 in Finland, it initially dabbled in various industries. First as a pulp mill, later expanding to rubber, cables, and eventually electronics. By the 1980s, Nokia's visionaries saw a new frontier in telecommunication. In the early 90s, Jorma Ollila took over Nokia and shifted the company's focus exclusively to telecommunications, placing a massive bet on the growing mobile industry. His decision to divest non-telecom businesses was bold and risky, but it paid off. Under Ollila's leadership, Nokia pioneered mobile phone innovation, dominating markets worldwide. Products like the Nokia 1011, the first GSM phone, and the Nokia 3310, known for its indestructible build, cemented Nokia's place as a household name. By 1998, Nokia had become the world's largest mobile phone manufacturer. Its brand was synonymous with reliability and innovation. But by the mid-2000s, the mobile industry was evolving faster than ever. While Nokia held a strong position in feature phones, a new era of smartphones was dawning. In 2007, Apple introduced the iPhone, and just a year later, Google launched Android. Both presented an entirely new operating model for mobile phones, and Nokia faced an unprecedented challenge. Olli-Pekka Kalasvuo, who took over from Ollila, led Nokia through these turbulent years. Kalasvuo believed in Nokia's Symbian operating system, which had served Nokia well during the feature phone era. However, Symbian struggled with the touchscreen-centric design and app ecosystem that smartphones required. Many in Nokia believed they could still maintain leadership by adapting Symbian, but this proved to be a critical misjudgment. By the time they realized Symbian's limitations, Apple and Android had already reshaped user expectations. As competitors gained momentum, Nokia's market share steadily declined. The lack of agility, compounded by internal conflicts and hesitancy to fully commit to a new platform, slowed Nokia's ability to respond effectively. By 2010, Nokia was losing relevance in a smartphone-driven world. Enter Stephen Elop, Nokia's first non-Finnish CEO, appointed in 2010. With experience from Microsoft, Elop brought a radical approach. He famously likened Nokia to a burning platform in a memo, suggesting they needed drastic changes to survive. Elop believed that Symbian and the newly developed MeeGo couldn't compete with iOS and Android. His solution, a strategic partnership with Microsoft. In 2011, Nokia and Microsoft announced a partnership with Nokia, dropping Symbian to adapt Windows Phone as its primary operating system. The decision was polarizing. On one hand, it offered Nokia a unique operating system in a crowded Android market. On the other, it meant putting their fate in the hands of a relatively new and untested platform in the smartphone arena. The Nokia Lumia series launched with Windows Phone, bringing unique designs and standout cameras. However, Windows Phone struggled to gain traction, and Nokia's sales remained lackluster. Critics argued that Nokia should have embraced Android, which was quickly becoming the dominant mobile OS. By 2013, with sales still lagging, Nokia's options were running out. In 2013, Microsoft acquired Nokia's mobile division for $7.2 billion. While the move aimed to give Microsoft a stronger hardware footing, it marked the end of Nokia's journey as a mobile phone manufacturer. Unfortunately, the acquisition didn't bring the revival Microsoft hoped for. By 2015, Windows Phone was practically obsolete, and Microsoft discontinued the Nokia Lumia line. Satya Nadella, who became Microsoft's CEO in 2014, shifted the company's focus from hardware to software and cloud services. The Nokia acquisition was ultimately deemed a failed experiment, costing Microsoft billions and marking the end of its venture in mobile phones. But this wasn't the end of Nokia phones. In 2016, a Finnish startup named HMD Global, staffed by former Nokia employees, acquired the rights to the Nokia brand for mobile phones. This time, Nokia phones were launched with Android OS, targeting a niche that valued quality and nostalgia. With HMD Global, Nokia phones saw a modest comeback, focusing on reliable mid-range and feature phones. Models like the revived Nokia 3310 capitalized on nostalgia, while new Android-powered smartphones offered decent specs at competitive prices. Though it couldn't compete with giants like Samsung and Apple, Nokia found a niche as a reliable and affordable brand. The story of Nokia is more than just a tale of success and failure. It's a case study in the impact of leadership decisions, the need for agility, and the consequences of failing to adapt to industry shifts. Aurelia, Kalasvo, Elop, each CEO left an indelible mark on Nokia's story. Each chapter offers lessons on innovation and adaptation. Today, while Nokia phones may not command the global influence they once had, the brand endures. Under HMD Global, it has reinvented itself with a loyal, if smaller, fan base. It remains a testament to the resilience of a brand that once ruled the world of mobile communication. Nokia's journey is one of reinvention, from its meteoric rise to a shocking fall, and now a resurgence through HMD Global. Nokia shows us that no matter how far a brand falls, there's always a way to come back. The lesson: success doesn't last forever, but neither does failure. It's the vision, adaptability, and decisions that shape the future. And Nokia's story, with all its highs and lows, is far from over.